Am I audible, guys?
Yes, yes, Sharon.
Okay. I'm trying to remove this. Yeah. Okay. So last time we were creating the new project, Springboot demo, and in that we have covered up to we have covered the post call for the admission of students, then get call by roll number of the students, and get all students together. So I will just restart the server for that first. So application has started at 8095. Just we will see like is it working first. So we will create a student. How many fields? Okay. So let's create a student first. So student has been added successfully. Now we'll get this student, get all student. So we can see we are able to get the student, and also like three fields are getting populated: student roll number, class name, and student name. Now same thing we'll check by the ID, get the student by roll number. So its ID is 1. So here roll number I am using 1. We'll see like it's also working or not. So here also we are getting the record. So far like we have covered the creating the request, I mean creating the record for the admission of a student, then getting the all students together in the class, and getting a particular single student detail in the class. So now next part like we have to cover is other HTTP calls, like delete the student from a class and update the student details for a class. So those two features we have to explore. We have to add them in this project, Spring Boot demo project. Okay. So now I will go to again to the controller and close all these classes. Close all. I'll open the controller. From here we started. So for delete students, we have to create the delete mapping. That is the one thing. And after that, we have to also take the endpoint. So endpoint value will be, if we are deleting the student, all students together, then delete delete class, we can take the endpoint like delete, because we want to delete all students from that class. So delete, instead of class, I will delete all students. And then if we are going to delete the class details, it means it should be consumer produce that we have to see. So we are deleting the record which is already in the table. So if the record is already in table and we want to perform some operation on that, so in that case, we will be consuming that data from the database. So we'll use the consumes. So this is our like endpoint details. Now we have to write the method for the controller. So again, we'll write the public, and we want the response message. So like all record has been deleted. So for getting the response message, we have to write the response entity class return type as a return type response entity, and we just want the like message only, not the any class details or any student ID. So we'll write the like response entity of type string, and then method name. So whatever the method name we want, so delete all same name I will take, like delete all students for the method name also. And then we will be passing the argument. So argument will be nothing. I mean, we want to delete all the all the records, so there will be no argument for this. So this method is created. Now it will ask to import delete mapping, and then we need to give the return type. So we have to return same thing again, response entity of string type. So I'll copy paste, and then we need to give the message. So what message we want to print basically. So right here, open close bracket, and then status code along with that. For delete request, a status code we can take as okay. So here if we see anything related to delete, status code accepted already by request, these all are the status codes are available for us. So there is no separate status code for delete. So in that case, we can take as like okay. Uh, just I will scroll down also to see anything specific. Yeah. So we'll take for now okay, and once later on we'll see like what status code will fit for this. So this response entity is giving some error. Response entity. So return. We can see above request from here. Like we are using the same thing, right? Return new response entity student. If I compare both of them, like what wrong we are doing here. So okay, the word new is missing basically. So this was the return type, just for the message part, like what we have to show in the postman as a final response. But we have to like delete the record. That call we have not made. So we have to make the service call, like service dot on. So service dot delete all student. We have to create one method. Same method we can take again for the service also. Delete all students. So I've just made the call. Currently it is giving the error because in service layer we are not having that method. So we'll just go to the service and we'll create this method in the service layer. So for going to the service, I'll just copy this method and I will go to the service layer. In service layer, first we need to add the into the this interface. We need to add that method and then its implementation class. So I have to delete all the students only. So in that case, like my return type will be void because I don't want to return anything. Just I want to delete the student. So return type will be void for this. And so method is created now, and I will save this. So there should be some error in service layer. So yeah, this is the giving the error because it will ask to add that method here also in implementation part also. So I'll add add on implemented method. So one new method has been generated for us. And here we have to call the DAO layer. So DAO layer will be calling the delete all. Delete all already it is there. So delete all I will call, and I have to not return anything but just to make the call. So return type is void, so I will not return anything. So delete all we have done. So now I think this flow has been completed. I will save this. Okay. So now I'll check that from the postman, like is it working or not. So I will copy the endpoint, delete all students. Here I will create a new endpoint details. So we are doing the delete mapping. So first from this checkbox, we have to select the delete, and then we need the URL. So this one like URL will be this localhost 8095, and instead of the get all student, we will be having the delete all student. So this will be the URL. We are not giving any body request body or header anything like that. So it is just the delete call. So only URL is required for us for the delete. Now I will just first get the students to check like there are how many students in our class. So there is, as of now, there is no student because our application got started. Whenever application starts and we are using the like here S2 database. So for S2 database, whenever we application starts, all the data will automatically get deleted because this is the like in-memory database. So only till the time application is running, for that time only the data will persist in the S2 database, in memory database. So it is like a temporary database, we can say S2 database. So now I'll create the request like a class student. So I'll add one request first with the Ravi name. Then second, I can take as like Suraj. His I can take as like same class name because for single class we are doing the operation. Then I can take as another student, Prabhat. So three students we have added. Now we'll again check the get all students. So we can see like Ravi, Suraj, and Prabhat. Three student has been added. Just one second. Yeah, sorry, I got a call. So we can see like all the three records are coming here in the get all student. Now we will perform the delete all functionality. So before that, I will save this endpoint. I need to save it to the student collection, school collection, and then like this is the delete all student endpoint. So I'll just remove this. So we can select delete all student here in school collection. Delete all student endpoint is created. So now I will send the request for it. So here it is saying like no, not found. Status is not found, and so something is wrong there. Now again I'll call the get all student, like is it deleting or not deleting. So it is not deleting, so it is showing like data not found for this. and I will debug this application, like what is the problem here. So for debugging it, I will put a debugger point here, and then we'll see like what issue is happening. So I'll hit this request again, or okay. So I think endpoint I'm taking correct. Let me check first. Delete all students. Okay. One thing mistake I have done, like slash, this slash is missing. So that's why it's not working. I'll save this again. Application will automatically restart. Unsupported media type. Now we are getting the different thing. Content type is not supported. Content type is not supported. Null is not supported. Delete all students. Path we are giving. So we can see like what header it is going. Um, so it is taking some cheap. So I will uncheck this. Automatically it is picking this, and then media type host. Okay, let me read this request. So now unsupported media type. So it is checking some other different media type. I'll create one media type. So I'll for now I'll uncheck this other, if any header it is picking the automatically. So I'll uncheck all of them for now. User agent. So now we can see as okay. So let me duplicate this endpoint from here, because there it was working. Just I will duplicate this, and I will change the port number as this, like I'll copy paste this endpoint for now. So here we can see like headers are okay. So that is not the, say still the same issue is coming. It means there some problem is there in our controller. So either we are writing this consumes, so there may be the problem in this. So application slash JSON. If I remove this, if we remove this, yes. So the issue was with our this consumes data type. So in case of the delete, we are not producing any detail, and we are also not consuming any details. The meaning is like we are going to the database, we are just deleting all the students without fetching the student detail. We are performing the delete all. So in that case we are not fetching the data, and we are also not producing any data. So with this delete functionality we can make sure like this is neither produces or neither consumes. Just I will cross verify from our finance application, like what we are having there in delete all functionality there. So yeah, in the case of the delete, both delete by user and delete all users, we are not adding the consumer or producers. So here as a note, we can see for now, like delete functionality not supports directly consumes or produces. We can check with the produce also to make sure like produce it is supporting or not. So I will make it, I'll just copy paste same thing. Here I will make that the produce is. Okay, so I will hit the request again. So still it, yeah, I mean, produces, it is restarting application. I have doubt. Let me restart it. So here I have added finance. Oh, I've added in the finance controller. That was the problem. So let me remove from here. We have to add to the our Spring Boot demo. So we'll add here. So now I'll save this application and it automatically restarts. So now we'll hit this request body. So yeah. So this produces it is accepting, but consumes it is not picking up. Again, I will cross check with consumes. Yes. So the problem is with consumes only, produces it is supporting. So produces means we are producing some data set. So we are going to the table, deleting the record, and we are producing that delete record message successfully. So that's why it is accepting the produces. So yeah, that is the key point for us, like learning. So I'll go here and just update it like directly. Suppose directly to produce it, but not consumes. So yeah, now for delete, we have checked. So for the, I will just cross check, like we'll create again the request. Yeah, I'll remove this. Do not save. So I'll first call the get all students. So there are no students since application restarted. Now I'll go there and add some students again. So this is the first student, then second student. Same records I will take as previous one. And third student I'm taking as Ravi. So we have added three students. Then I will call the get all students. So three students has been added successfully. Now we'll delete all those students to cross check our functionality. So here we can see where it is coming in this format. I'll change it as JSON. So this is giving the 400 by request header. Okay, I have unchecked these all the headers. Again, I will enable all of them. I'll enable whatever it was already present by itself. So we'll send it again. Now we can see all the students deleted. So just I will cross check by getting all the student. Now the response would be blank here. So let me hit it. So we can see all student has been deleted. So our delete all student functionality is working fine. Now we'll use the delete student by roll number. So we'll create the functionality for that. So we need to again write the like HTTP mapping for that. So that will be the delete mapping. Values. In value, we have to write the delete student by roll number, and then roll number we have to give. So similar to this, this get student roll number we are taking. So we'll use the delete student, and there we'll use the roll number. Then again here we can use the produces just to cross check, like for single also it is taking ID. So there which one it is accepting, consumes or produces. So now I'll create the method for it. Again, we will take the same response entity, record deleted successfully. Delete student by roll number, or delete student. Delete student I'm just taking to make the method name small. And here we have to do one more thing, we have to pass the roll number of that student. So for that we can use the roll number that will be in the roll number data type. We are checking as I think roll number it is, so it should be the integer. So we need to return the response entity. So same thing I will take as this one. Just there it will delete the single student. So now we have to make the service call for this. Before that, we need to check one more thing. Like here, we are giving this argument. So this argument should be the request param. In the URL we are passing. So here also we are giving the request param for the get student by roll number. So same thing, request param we need to add here also. So we need to take the int data type. So it is giving the error. Bracket is missing. Extra bracket was there. So now I need to make the service call for this. So service, and there we need to delete student method when I need to create, and I need to give it the argument as roll number. And I'll copy the method name with same name in our service interface. I have to create the method. So public void delete, like I have copied the method name already, and then argument I have to give as roll number to delete the single student. So method is created. Now we will auto generate that method in the service IMPL implementation class, and there will make the DAO layer call. So this method is automatically created at last. Now we'll call the delete by ID in DAO. So DAO dot delete by ID. We can see this second last, and here we'll pass the roll number. So now this functionality has implemented. Yes, and application is restarted. So we'll go to the postman and just let's the cross check. So everything we are adding, yeah, so it should work. Now I'll call the get all students. So it will be blank. So we'll create the students again. Again, I will create the same students, 3 students. So Ravi. Then second, I will create as Suraj. Then third, we can take as Prabhat. We will call the get all student to see like all 3 records are coming successfully. So Ravi, Suraj, and Prabhat. Now suppose I have to delete the last one, this Prabhat. So here the roll number is 3. So now I will go to the, like, we need to create one separate endpoint for this delete by ID. So we can clone this get by ID for that, and then we can duplicate this. So after duplicating it is the get call, I will make it as delete. I will save this, save as delete student by roll number. So, okay, it is deleted. Okay, copy has been already created. So I need to rename it. Rename this as delete student by roll number. So now we can select delete student by roll number, new endpoint is there. And roll number, we have to delete the last one. So roll number will be 3. Now I'll hit this request. So you can see like if I'm changing here in URL, automatically that variable is changing here in parameters, because we have it using the this is automatically calling this param section. Okay. So param means parameter. So I'll again make it 3 and then hit it request. So here method not allowed. We are getting the message as method not allowed. Request method is not supported. So what header we are changing here? I think content type. Okay. And then anything else we are taking? Content length. Okay, so what I will do, this is because if the header issue is coming, just to cross check, we'll check the duplicate from the final application. So instead of doing this, let's create one delete. I'll take the same URL. So we can see here header number of headers is coming 6, but in the previous one we have duplicated, so number of headers are coming 8. So that might be the one reason it's not working. So let's hit from here 6 headers. So still the same issue is there. It means it's not the header problem. So now there is a problem in our code. So I will debug this, like where the issue we are facing. Okay. So just I'll check like student is there or not first. So students are there. Now I'll again come to delete all. So, okay. So if you see the URL, we have not changed delete student. So that is the reason it's not working. So now I have to, that is like big mistake I did. So I can copy this delete student URL and then I need to paste there. So yeah, so delete student, now it should work. So now we can see like record has been deleted, student has been deleted. We'll call the get all student again to see like only 2 records are there and third one is deleted. So still there are 3 students in this. Yeah, still 3 students are this in this, but we are getting message as like record student deleted successfully. So it means our functionality yet it is not working. is happening here. Okay, this is the delete call. Let me close. Three deletes are there basically. So I will close the one which is not required. Save changes. Then this one is not required. So this delete we have to hit. So like a response is coming successfully, but student in actual case it is not deleting. So it means we have to check this like where the problem is happening. So I again debug this application. So I have delete student. Okay, so same mistake like slash is missing. So that was the reason it was not working. So these small steps we have to take care because that will cause the problem. So we have to write the endpoint always starting with slash. So now I will call the get all students. So we need to add the student again to our